Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, April 29th at 9 a.m. I'm going to be calling the Grand Chute Special Town Board meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Haling.
Here.
Daly.
Here.
Lair.
Here.
Gehring.
Here.
English.
Here. I'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get approval of the agenda and order of the day?
Gearing moves approval of the agenda and order of the day.
Lair seconds.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any public input?
There's none.
Okay. We're up to item E, new business, Town Board Strategic Plan Visioning Session with Corey Porras-Plash, CP2 Consulting Incorporated. Welcome again, Corey, and we're looking forward to our session this morning.
I am as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. I am not, are we okay if I'm not using the microphone? Are we fine with that?
Actually, if you, well, it's picking her up, isn't it? If it's on, or does she?
Okay. I wasn't sure if, are we recording?
Yes.
So thank you very much for having me back. I'm going to go ahead and go over a little bit of information, and then we are going to actually jump in. I promised you guys a fun session, and I intend to deliver on it. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the way that councils and staff work together. So when we think a little bit about governance, the responsibility of the elected board really has to do with purpose and vision. You guys are kind of up at that 50,000 foot level if we look at this, right? Your actual role is to take care of the community, right? That's what you were elected to do, to go ahead and to pass policy, budget, to really have that vision for the community. If we look way down on the runway, that's what staff is for, right? The day-to-day stuff. I love this picture because it really kind of goes and lays out very nicely what this looks like on a very practical level in local government. This is actually done by a deputy manager and really kind of shows, because if you look, there's actually a lot of shared responsibility in there. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on that 50,000 foot level. We're going to be talking a lot about that vision. Strategic planning talks about 5 questions. Where are we now? Where are we right now? And where do we want to be? So we're going to be talking about where do we want to be in the very, very far away future. So where are we going? Strategic planning, we want something that's both foundational but also aspirational. So understanding kind of where we want to be in 20 years is a really helpful way to kind of jumpstart that process. And sometimes even transformational. So vision's a destination, it's a fixed point to which we focus effort, and strategy's the route. So we're not gonna get into strategy today. Today is all gonna be about vision, but that's kind of why we start here with vision. And I wanna introduce a concept to you, and we'll talk about this more when I come back. We work on strategic planning, but it's called flex, fuse, and fracture. There's an innovator, local government innovator named Nick Kittle, who talks about this. And basically flex is how can we bend an idea so it's slightly different. So some of you may have been in the community for a long time and you've seen things that you thought should work and they just didn't. Sometimes we just needed to flex those ideas a little bit, right? Maybe it's that the right people weren't involved in the project. Maybe it's that the timing wasn't right. But sometimes we just needed to flex that idea a little bit. This is something I really want you to think about during today. Fuse. How can we bring together 2 wildly different ideas? So in Hillsborough, they actually went through and they brought together a childcare center and a senior center. We've got 2 populations who need a lot of interaction, where we really want them to have a lot of, they need a lot of attention, right? We need a lot of engagement. We brought those 2 populations together and it's been wildly successful. And then fracture. Sometimes we have an idea, and again, we think it should work, and it just for some reason never quite took off. If we break that down into smaller pieces, sometimes it's the piece alone that works, sometimes it's the piece putting it together in different ways. Fracture. One of the things we're really going to be talking about a lot during strategic planning is breaking down silos. And so fracturing is a good way to kind of look at that. Now I'm going to ask for introductions in a whole new way. So I will go ahead and I will start. So not put everybody on the spot and give you guys a chance to think for just a second. But you can go ahead and introduce yourself, how long you've lived in the community, what surprised you the most about serving in local government, and on a beautiful afternoon, where would we find you? So I'll go ahead and start. What surprised me the most about serving in local government, I mentioned yesterday I started my career as a 911 dispatcher. I had no idea how many things local government did. I was absolutely shocked the number of things that you go through and you do in your everyday life that local government had a part in. That was actually part of the reason why I decided to have that become my career, because the number of ways that we are touched with local government. And on a beautiful afternoon, where would you find me? My husband and I both like to camp, and we both like a body of water. So if we can find a campsite next to a river, a lake, something like that, that is always a good place for us to be. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our town administrator, because I'm going to make him play along too.
I'm reluctant to answer the first question because, truth be known, I don't live in the town.
That's okay.
But,
That's okay.
but I live close, and
How long have you been in the area?
46 years.
So you're a newcomer.
So what's that?
So you're a newcomer.
Yes, exactly. So I've lived in the Fox cities for 46 years, and spent 45 of those 46 years in local government and policing. And you know, what's surprised me is what I've experienced over the last 6 or 7 months, because I've not dabbled, other than sitting at a table out here and listening to other people talk about what they do. I've not really dabbled myself in that arena of things like public works and community development and finance and so on and so forth. And so I shouldn't be surprised, but I've been surprised that the level of expertise required to perform those various tasks, because it's all foreign to me. It's just what I've learned over the last 6 or 7 months in this position. And on a beautiful afternoon, I'm with you, because I've got a place by a lake, and nothing is better than sitting at the end of the dock in the middle of the afternoon with a book or something along those lines by the lake. So that's where you find me. Beautiful afternoon.
Love it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rhonda. I've lived here for the most part since I was 4 in Grand Chute, so 46 years. Spent a few years at Neenah, but came back when our kids were little. What has surprised me the most? Well, in my first 2.5 weeks here serving, every day is a surprise. Every day is a new meeting, something new to learn. So just kind of taking it all in right now. On a beautiful afternoon, out in the boat fishing, or out on a trail hiking.
Nice. Sounds like the three of us can hang out. Yes. Thank you.
I probably lived in the town about 40 years. I guess what surprises me the most is everything that local government seems to do to try to make information more available to the public. People still complain, but yet you don't necessarily hear that they're listening to the meetings on video or audio, or they certainly aren't coming to the meetings.
Yeah.
You just think in today's day and age, especially with media and stuff the way it is, that more people would be involved that way than really are. I guess
Yeah.
that surprises me. On a nice afternoon, I'd probably be sitting at one of the grandkids' sporting events.
Oh, nice. How many grandkids?
5.
Oh, very cool. How old?
Oh, from 19 down to 9.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you.
I'm Beth English. I've lived in the Valley for a long, long time. I went to school in UW Oshkosh, but in Grand Chute, probably about 37 years, also a newcomer. It's surprised me about serving in local government. I think I still am surprised how much I enjoy it. I really like the people that I work with and the closeness with all of our visions are the same. We want to see the town be successful. On a beautiful afternoon, I'll be walking someplace, either at Boo Bolts or down by the river, someplace like that, so that's
Nice.
what I enjoy.
Nice, thank you.
My name's Anthony Lair. I've been living in this town since I was 3. And I was living originally in Neenah, so I've been pretty much from this area for my entire life. Surprised me most, just how slow things really work in local government. Like you can't, like everything is being held up by just the procedures in the process. So like you can't just get stuff done as fast as you would like to accomplish things. And because our terms are so short, it's like you almost just get to the point where you get to do something and then you're running again. So it just makes it kind of difficult to accomplish things, you know, in a term. What would I be doing on this? So probably playing one of our parks with my daughter. I got a 7-year-old, so I'm pretty much hanging out with her all the time.
Nice, nice, thank you.
Brad Gearing. I've been in Grand Chute since '95. What surprised me the most about local is that I was with Outagamie County for a number of years, and coming to Grand Chute, I have the perspective that our town staff and the services that we provide have a larger impact with people. I find residents that I talk to pretty engaged about what they want in their community. We saw the responses yesterday or last night. There's a variety of issues that affect everybody, but there's also underlying tones that are fairly consistent, and I'm happy with the way I think our staff is responsive in meeting those, and I do get from citizens that they're happy with the services that we provide. I will say this, I agree with Supervisor Haling. I continue to be troubled that regardless of all of our efforts to communicate with the public, there's a large population that just doesn't understand what's going on. And they can be susceptible to being fed a line of inaccuracies that we continuously have to battle against. On a beautiful afternoon, grew up on a farm. I like being outside, working with my hands. That's it.
What kind of farm? What,
It was all agricultural.
Okay.
It doesn't exist today the way it did when I grew up, though. It's vastly different out there, but we were able to salvage some of it, my wife and I, so, yeah.
nice, nice, excellent, thank you, thank you. All right, so now what everybody's been waiting for, you ready? Here's what we're gonna do today. We are going to break into 2 groups. You guys are going to have some prompts that you're gonna be responding to. We have to create groups of roughly the same size. It works out very well. There's 6 people. That means 2 groups of 3 for each prompt. I want you to brainstorm for 8 minutes and then report out. The goal here is to come up with as many ideas as you can. So when we're done with that, we're going to indicate for your preferences for 3 ideas from each team using stickers. Legibility when you write does count. So figure out real quick who writes well. Some of the ground rules for this, just make sure if we've got larger groups, 2 before you is just making sure that 2 people talk before you talk. Again, we've got a smaller group. Just make sure that everybody has a chance to participate. 2 are better than 1. So if you have one idea, sometimes going ahead and adding other ideas to that first idea can make that one idea even better. Same thing with one idea can have several variations, right? So don't hesitate to go ahead and kind of take an idea and play with that theme for a little bit. We're gonna mix up those groups for each round because we want to have the best mix of ideas. Sometimes people don't have an opportunity to really kind of talk, and especially a creative thing like this with other people. So we wanna have different groups for each one. And here's the thing, no idea is a bad idea. So for today's exercise, if you guys want to put Disneyland in the middle of Grand Chute, that is a perfectly valid idea.
I think that's bigger than Grand Chute.
The word can't is also not allowed. Everything today is a can. This is not about what is reasonable, what is possible. This is about dreaming. So if you ask a 3-year-old what they want to be when they grow up, they're going to tell you they want to be a doctor, an astronaut, and a ballerina all at the same time. And as adults, we don't do that. We're terrible dreamers. So I want you guys to dream a little bit today about Grand Chute. The wilder, the better. I want you guys to have big ideas. That is your job. The bigger the idea, the wilder the idea, the better. Are you guys up for the challenge? All right, so let's go ahead. If you guys want to come down, get yourselves into 2 groups. All right, figure out who's got good handwriting. Handwriting counts. All right, your first set of prompts. So we're going to go ahead over here. What is our identity in 2046? Think big. What is the identity of Grand Chute? Over here, what is drawing non-residents in 2046? Why are people visiting here? And how did Grand Chute develop those attributes? I want you to deal with it as one question, not as 2, but why are people coming here in 2046? Ready, set, go. You guys are on the identity. You guys have got identity, and they have attributes. You guys have got attributes. You have the attributes question. You're the one on this side. Their identity. Yep, you guys have got attributes. We're still on. Okay. You're brainstorming. Yes. As many ideas as possible. There we go. There you go. Maybe that case, if you guys can come up with 6.5 minutes, you gotta rock and roll over here, my friends. I'm kidding. That wasn't one of them. What's your name? Well, maybe you need one. Maybe you need one. You're about halfway through. You can use two pages if you need them. You don't have to worry about what's possible. You can be a ballerina, an astronaut. You can have Disney things. You've never seen me move, I would not be a ballerina.
Something we have to be able to do, like, kids say. Makes healthcare easier for everybody. Can we add that to the thing?
Well, it has to be about brand shoes.
Oh, this is not affecting any of the governmental body.
You have to be about brand shoes. But with that being said, it's not that we're worried about. So instead of. So there are gonna be areas, you literally can have Disneyland and brand shoes. You know, make sure you're healthy. Whatever you want.
I'm gonna make a baseball team.
Well, no. Guys, we've got 3 minutes left. A minute 30 left. Finish strong. Finish strong, guys. Have a minute left. It is all on the table. All right, one more idea. 9, 8, 7. One more idea. All right, that's time. All right, so now we need to have one person from each group share with everybody what you guys had on your. And you can hold it up, or sometimes just going ahead and putting it, you can actually go ahead and put it on the wall as well. Okay, go ahead.
Housing identity, housing diversity, location in the valley.
attributes.
Draw non-residents into baseball and other athletic.
Yeah.
Town center, want a retired grad student. Daycare, urbanize the entire town. And our unique identity.
All right, we had a couple, I like the amphitheater, we were thinking a little bigger there, we're thinking a little bigger. Music Fest, it's all about thinking big today. All right, Overside, let's go ahead, and you guys have got a couple there. All right, so what's your identity?
So we put the unity and community, a small town feel, Amazon, the town center. Sports destination to play, watch, and enjoy. Activities, connected to the park.
So here's what I need you to do, I need you guys to go ahead and hang those up somewhere. Everybody you get to pick 3 from each group. So everybody gets to pick 3 ideas from each group that you like. 3 from each.
Each person does or each group does? Each group picks your ideas?
So 3 from each, so. And you cannot put 2 stickers on one idea, you have to pick 3 different ideas.
Each person picks 3 different ideas?
You get,
Each group picks 3 different
each person gets to pick 3 from each group's ideas. Yes, you get 3 on that, and 3 on this. No, that you as a person get to pick up 6 stickers. On this page, and then, 3 on your standard. Just total, just 3. Yes, 3 on each side. So you get to use 6 total. No, we've got 4 rounds total, so you will not go through all of them. All right, so I'm gonna challenge everybody to embrace your inner child on this, right? So if you were a kid, what would you be saying with some of this stuff? Like, what would you be wanting to see in Grand Chute? Like, really think big. It does not have to be practical. That's not the point of today. Because a lot of times what we find is that within those crazy ideas, there's actually something in there that we can use. So We are, oh yeah, you guys are rewriting again. So everybody done with we'll go ahead and wait, and then I'll give you guys the next prompt, and I'll let you choose your groups this time based on the prompt. So I don't have one yet. Yep, but just keep in mind though, bigger is better, crazy is good. So do not feel like we have to be constrained by what exists, what could exist by comp plans, by master plans, by budgets. Think big, be creative. All right, your next set of questions, and we're gonna do it the same way we did, is that whoever the question, it's on this side, this table, question on this side, this table, but have to be groups of 3. This is your next question. 2046, again, this is 20 years from now. Residents live and play in Grand Chute. What does that look like? Does it change for different ages? So you need to be thinking through with that question. What does it look like for different ages in Grand Chute to live and play? Over on this side is going to be, everyone feels connected and united as one community. How did you make that happen? What does connected and united look like, feel like? I will let you guys choose your groups. They have to be different than they were last time, so you can't be with the same 2 other people. All right. Ready? Set. Go. Brainstorm, big ideas are good. What brings people together? They can come together around. What are some of those events then? There you go. Please list those separately. Yeah, go ahead and think about, so think about some of those things. Nope. Money doesn't matter. It all fell out the tree. They all fell out of the sky. There's a money tree in Village Hall, so don't worry about it. I want to water park on there, and you can got splash pad as well, but there's a money tree behind Town Hall. Do not have to worry about money. Money is not a barrier. You guys just found a money tree behind Town Hall.
You are right, but I'm just saying, like, the school district deciding to use
There's no cancer. He's right behind town hall. Add on to the third line and everybody goes like this. Got about 2.5 minutes left. Come on, we gotta give people options of things. You wanna stay with me all day? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sorry, but I won't.
What can I do as a part of your team? What are your kids doing? They just
Oh,
sit down.
Or, you do set up a X, for kids. Teaching sport events. Yeah. Summer programs. Oh, nice. I'll bring the phones.
There we go. There we go. We got senior programming about technology stuff. There we go.
Some don't know how to run a computer. Yeah, but they don't know how to run a phone.
Minute 15 left. So senior tech programming.
Helps us as well as helps them.
So what do you have for results? What are your results?
Watching kids, watching the seniors.
So what do they do? What are they doing for fun? What's fun for adults here? Yeah, okay. Are there, so they're doing, so it sounds like more restaurants then? We need 2 more. 2 more.
But I wanna make it more general.
So time is up. I want to make this group come up with one more though. So because you had an idea there, I just want to kind of tease out a little bit because you're talking about. Inside of what would be cool. One more place where it's all. Guys, we have the world's biggest arcade. Pinball place. We have institutional.
How many elevators are we gonna have to add to that rooftop,
One more concrete thing, please. Come on, friends, help them out here.
oh,
take it. I'll take it. All right. Time is up.
I'm only doing Green Bay, I've heard it on the radio.
I will take adult hockey. No, I will take adult hockey.
Adult hockey?
Adult hockey.
They're going to the hospital playing pickleball.
I don't care. We've got the money tree behind town hall.
Hockey leagues.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and have this team go first. Go ahead and explain.
I will report.
Oh, okay.
Music, fairs, festivals, Halloween, farmers market.
Yep.
Oh, come on, now you're just showing off.
Conversation with town staff. Pool. Social opportunities, maybe.
They are taking full advantage of that money tree in the back, guys. See?
Wow.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's go ahead.
We just answered the question and said yes to, does it look different? Is it cheap? And so we're looking, like, housing density, we changed some of the commercial to more residential zoning, more parks, availability of a daycare, or having daycare being provided by government, having more schools open, or a school open from Ethlyn. Rec trail connectivity, transit for seniors, just public transportation for and stuff. More, so like having an Appleton rec, having the rec be a Grand Chute rec, so we have more team sport type things. And providing some senior tech programming, so like we have some stuff to help seniors use their technology better. We decided we should have some leisure stuff for adults because we were being forced. There was somebody poking at us, and then I came up with adult hockey as just a whim. Like we're just going to provide some adult hockey rec leagues.
There we go. There we go. All right, awesome. So the goal here is, again, I love adult hockey, right? Think out of the box. So let's go ahead, let's put these on the back wall. Go ahead and take your stickers.
Careful, we're sort of stick together now. Post-its.
We even have lights.
Look at that,
Look at that.
for our artwork.
Well, that's for public informational meetings, put all the drawings up for street project.
That's what that was for.
That's what we put the lights in for, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's where it is. So we
Cross
put our-
sections of rules.
This is like a refrigerator at home.
Three again?
Three again?
3 again on for each group, yes.
Oh, jeez. Of course.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
Let's change.
Let's beat Appleton to having a symphony. everything's on your phone. So is this like these examples, are we supposed to be putting them up, that this is what we want? Need to see them.
Once in a while, like, there's one person that takes off over here. Set it up. Yeah.
Oh, that's a fire station.
That's where our housing is going.
Count on your stickers, you got 6 missing. Checklist.
All right, so before we do this next round, I want to talk to you for a minute about 2046. How are you getting around in 2046? If you have to go to the grocery store, if you need to get groceries, how are groceries making its way to your home? Yes. What other changes are we likely to be seeing in 20 years?
AR, VR. Probably roads that have some sort of probably have something on Mars.
Mhm.
Hopefully, public transportation.
Yeah.
You know, where we, as a country, we decide that we want to invest the money. Especially if our density gets bigger. Shores keep on getting higher with water, we could be seeing an influx of people to the area because they're moving away from the coasts into the central United States.
Yep.
It's gonna be warmer.
Yep. So we're seeing more and more of a trend towards those third places, not work, not home, but places where people gather. Work looks very different, right? Work is already looking different. We were all in offices, then we were all at home. Now we're kind of trying to figure out where we should be because some people have to be in offices. Some people really like being at home. A lot of people now are hybrid. Work is going to look a lot different in 20 years than it does now. What does law enforcement look like? What are some of the changes
Oh, we
that
haven't
we're...
asked the chief.
But some of the things that we've already seen, right? Who in a million years would have thought that we would have technology?
Yeah, technology is gonna change
Yeah,
dramatically. Change a lot more.
yeah. I mean, who would have thought that you would have the license plate readers, right?
Facial recognition, AI
Yeah.
is gonna be huge.
Let's talk about robots for a second. What are robots going to be doing for us in 20 years? Right? So you get done with dinner. First of all, did you cook your own dinner? And then who's cleaning up your dinner? Are you doing your own housework anymore? What does that look like? So really kind of think for a second about that 2046. Because it's a very, very different place. And particularly for a second, you just mentioned about roads. Roads are probably going to look very, very different, whether it's that there's drones, that, transportation is probably going to look really different. We think about the number of trucks right now that transport things. That's probably going to look very, very different in 2046, right? Kind of think through those things. All right, here's your next set of questions. You ready? And again, we're thinking really big. We are flexing our sci-fi and our creative juices with this one. You ready? So in that world, what's important to residents? What's still critical? And then what does service delivery look like? What does service delivery look like in that world? Go ahead and pick your side, but really think through that 2046 world that we just talked about. Robots and drones and people making your dinner and then cleaning up afterwards. Robots making your dinner and cleaning up afterwards. What impact does that have now? So this side, you're going to be talking about what it does in terms of services, programs, amenities, what's important. And then over here, you're talking about that service delivery and sustainable revenue. What does that look like? I got two over here who jumped in. Who's jumping in over here? All right, ready, set, go.
Municipal service or any service? Are you talking about municipal services?
Let's just open up to any service. I certainly like to have you guys touch on municipal services, but let's just talk about services.
Basically, everything. Seeing how that kind of like the ones that are right. We need to do that. Because I mean, who's gonna go fix the water? You know, it's, honestly, at this point, it's gonna be the same reason why how many people use the car. At some point, it's just gonna be there, and you're gonna be like, you have to accept it.
Who would have thought that AI would be as accepted as it was 5 years ago? Now everybody's doing everything with AI.
There are certain people that want that, not everybody.
True. But if you look though at the overall use of it, it has increased dramatically.
Well, I'm gonna, it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be good point for. Probably will be there, I don't know, that may fail before it starts becoming official. It's more likely we're gonna have additional money to some sort.
There'll be some people
don't know if, it's not really an us thing, but I do think there's well, no, it's, minimum.
Okay, you're halfway through.
A workforce that's more technologically focused as opposed to physical skills. We're talking about
AI. Build, yeah, somebody running a camera and going, highlighting, highlighting each spot that it was. Well, that's, I mean, everything that you can take a human to do. You don't make mistakes, you can make an AI.
Think through the services that the town provides, right? What is it that the town actually does? A lot of those services, how are those things going to wind up changing? Right.
It's gonna save us.
But also think through the administrative staff, right? Because just because we can't do it.
That's not a question. Yes, I would say give it all.
Well,
That's
but
my, that's my.
it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like that.
I'm afraid to buy e-bike because I'm afraid to plug in and start my garage.
Because I think that there is an argument that you're making right now that you want.
We're gonna need to keep up
Well,
with
it's-
whatever
it's-
technological changes.
Problem is the people that are pushing it. As regulators, we have to make those regulations, but it's very hard in the local level to make agreements. Regulations.
You
say-
have control here on how this is gonna do that, right? So if you wanna go ahead and you wanna still provide a personal touch, you wanna have some cities. While also automating some processes, you have control of that.
Having, I guess, is there making sure that we have, human oversight into the AI?
One more minute.
Human supervisors for the AI?
It's gonna be some hybrid.
Yeah.
You're really turning this into some super.
You've got one more minute. Try to come up with one more idea.
And again, you guys have a choice, you have a control, you're in the this right now.
Some sort of cloak, a doom cloak. Put up. You think it got glowy eyes as they're telling us?
Come up with one more idea. You've got 30 seconds left. One more idea.
Delivery look like.
All right, I'll let you guys off the hook now. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll have this team over here to my left. Go ahead and share yours first.
Airspace, it's gonna cause an additional. Spaces. Might need fewer parking lots. The survey wanted homes, but. Robots in the digital. And sustainability. Where's this energy gonna come from? The batteries are changing already. This energy, yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So because of what I do, part of what I do is I keep up on future stuff, including emerging technologies. So they've developed technology in China, and they've actually just started doing this now in Canada, where instead of having cars that you plug in, they are actually doing now replaceable batteries, where instead of going into a gas station and filling up or going in and having electric charge, you literally go in and you switch out batteries. So you were literally in and out of the gas station in a matter of 5 seconds. You pull in, you flip out a battery, and you drive out. So it's a very different way than, and so they buy a collection of batteries, and then it's just a charging station for the batteries, but all of the batteries are standardized. So again, very different way of what we're thinking about charging right now, but that's what's coming. So excellent, thank you. All right.
What's sustainable? So basically replacing everything with drones. You're going to be moving people and checking water meters and digging ditches and putting roads up with drones. And stuff that drones can't handle, you're using robots for. Robots check water meters, drones put out small fires or wildfires. And on this public transport, I'm assuming we're gonna get to universal basic income at some point. Because you're gonna run out of, people don't have jobs, they're only working 10 hours a week. Unless they're paying.
Well, you've got the Grand Chute money tree in the back, so it'll be fine.
And then we started getting bleak. AI is gonna replace us all. They're going to. We did, the AI is gonna do permitting, it's gonna do, building checking, you're gonna run a camera, and the AI is gonna go, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right. You gotta change this, or everything looks good, and, you go on for building permits and.
But think about that though for just a second. Think about what the building permit process looks like right now. Think about what that could look like in 20 years, where somebody's like, hey, I'm interested in doing something. This is what I might be interested in, before you even get to in front of building and zoning, before you even do something like that, that you can go ahead and just put in a proposal and it spits back at you, is it consistent with zoning? Is it consistent with board decisions on what has been approved recently? Like, a developer knows what is likely to pass and what isn't before they even have to come in and talk to the town. Keep going.
And then we said that we probably need to maintain some rules where there's going to be somebody at the wheel that has to say, this is okay, or this is not, we're not, so to specifically say, make that as a statement ahead of time. This is what we as a society need to have. And then, giving people the ability to opt out. But that is one of the things that came up.
Yep. No, absolutely. And one of the things, because again, I spend a lot of time in this space about kind of what's coming, particularly when we're thinking about the impact on local government. When we're thinking about things like third spaces, right? As there's more and more technology, and we're hearing a lot about this right now, so many of our kids have grown up with screens. They're calling it now the screen generation, right? Because they've never known a time they did not have a screen. Well, now we're seeing that they are struggling sometimes with things like social skills, right? With some of those interactions, and we're seeing more and more a need for those connections. As we're seeing this, the opportunities to have those third spaces, those gathering spaces, those things like that, AI may actually force us to have more of those spaces to connect rather than less. That could be an outcome of all of this. All right, with that, go ahead, let's go ahead and hang those up over there. And then same thing, go ahead and put up your 3 stickers, which are things that you think are the most interesting.
Not like those speakers are probably.
That Mother Nature is smart. And then the other one was on, should you decide? Because you can do it. Should you? There's no difference between drones and delivery robots, just to be, other than robots have articulated body parts.
Well, it gives you another place to put a sticker.
I'm just saying, like, differentiating between a car and a truck. I like trucks better.
What's that?
Universal basic income.
Oh, yeah, that'll be,
That sucks.
I just want to feed my kids. That's all. That's all I'm worried about. If you want to provide food for me,
Well, if you wouldn't have had boys, it would have been.
yes, yes.
Oh, go get your food.
All these things are just going to be.
With or without us,
Without it, without.
just like the song.
Interesting. That's how we went from.
yeah, clusters. Yeah.
This is more fear.
Firefighters
Wow.
are being burned.
Notice that's really becoming apparent in,
You know, even though
you know,
forest fires
well,
are
take a
quickly
look at the discussion over Bach, for example. So, I mean, there's all sorts of potential with AI.
Burn those areas out.
Because people are going, because people live in those areas, it's hard to have those control
Yeah,
fires.
Right.
Because nobody wants their fire to get out of control when you're putting a fire.
well,
That you designed to put up, so you're supposed to control it, but nothing is necessarily controllable
yeah,
per,
yeah.
per site.
And the chief actually encouraged them to rethink their
When you
position.
pick up stuff that happened. I like that all of us take human oversight.
All right, did everybody put their stickers up?
Yes,
All right. So
But
last
I know
one.
everybody who did the human oversight unless it was somebody who doubled that up. Everybody was okay with that.
Yeah.
You having fun?
All right, so our last prompt. We ready? Here we go. And I want you to notice the years on this because we've moved it back. We're no longer talking about 20 years from now. We're talking about 5 years, we're talking about 7 years. So we can focus on only 3 bold moves, because remember, you're gonna have 3 stickers at the end of this. So we're just gonna brainstorm some bold moves, but if we can make 3 bold moves over the next 5 years, what should they be? And in 2033, Grand Chute is viewed as successful throughout. No, 7 years from now. You'll have a chance to vote, so. The 3 bold moves. Or viewed as successful. They just chose for you.
They just chose.
Oh, look at that, we just got the same group.
All right, ready, set, go. As many ideas as you can. Finish strong. This is the last round. Remember, you're coming up with a list over here, because the 3 is because you guys are gonna vote on 3 later, but I want the whole list.
oh, so more, any number of.
Whole
just
list.
refine it.
Or like just parts, or just having, like, that third space is like a, looking home,
Yeah.
you're looking for that.
More than 3, yeah.
Have social
Yeah, your
contact,
home
or
list does
at
15
least trying to
bold
get
ideas.
so they're bigger. So they're like common places to meet. Like us doing something with it.
After the senior citizen. Technology training, those things.
That wasn't what I was thinking. I was thinking of more like, if people come here to find. All put together. That's a huge need. That's a huge need. When we get there, I'll talk about that for a minute.
We made everybody happy in town. 100%, 100%, approval rating.
There you go.
Can we get even more populous?
Put it down. Put it down.
I don't believe as a town we can do that, maybe.
There is no can't today. There is no can't today. So you can do anything. I will omit as needed.
This is public record, what are you talking about? Yeah, 100% sustainable. Oh, look at them tuning over there listening to us. We're independent. Well, power independent is if we produce all of our. How much power they generate? I mean, we talked about that. They power their own buildings. Put down power independent, so we can get there in 5 years. Ah, we got the money tree in the back.
Two minutes. 2 minutes left. You guys need at least 4 more. You guys need at least 4 more. You got it.
How do we just
Oh, they got way more. You guys need at least 4 more.
Awarded best place to live in the state.
There you go.
What's her idea? I was just helping out.
They're at 11. No pressure on you. They're at 11.
In the frickin' atrium. Everybody who comes to a board meeting needs cheesegrits.
Does that include people? Does that include your consultants?
Just have to go with me.
All right, that is time.
I think we got 3 more.
All right, all right.
Better than,
So all right, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start on this side this time. I know, every once in a while you gotta shake it up, right? So go ahead, let us know, what is Grand Chute known for?
Safe place to live. Having third spaces. Good, reliable daycare.
So I said I was gonna stop you when you got there for a second. Let's talk about daycare for a second. That's actually becoming an economic development tool. Because one of the things that is really restricting the ability to do economic development is workforce. Because if there is no childcare, then it is difficult to have the workforce for economic development. So now when we're talking about larger employers, that's one of the questions that they are asking, is the availability of childcare. Keep going.
Breaking the state levy issue.
I love you, the state, everyone in the state will love you guys. Keep going.
It's gonna be us. Solving road funding issues. 100% approval rating for the town.
There you go.
Cluster developments, model government. Having 100% sustainable buildings. Power independence. Awarded the best place to live in the state. Or in the US. Or yeah, let's make it bigger.
Yeah, I think that was,
In the world.
that's bold.
that's a, but that is okay. We are allowed to be bold today. All right, nicely done. This group.
Incorporation is at the top of the list. Work activities, reimagining our commercial identity since that won't be the draw it is today. Creative housing or mixed use housing. Branding or rebranding. Growing community, growing community to experience better, what is the next step? So we've gone from the growing, something.
It was progress,
History and
tradition.
Tradition and progress. Well, tradition and progress. To experience better, to who are we next, who will be next, something to do in the next 5 years. Public safety building and illuminated town hall, so addressing all of our space needs. What is our next big draw? So we've got, we have the mall, and we have the baseball stadium, and we have the Champion Center, and in the next 5 years, we need to identify what our next centerpiece draw is going to be.
So hold on 1 second before you guys go ahead and do that, because since this is the last round, we've got a wrinkle in this. You ready? You guys get to come up with, as a group, one thing to add to their list. You guys get to come up with, as a group, one thing to add to their list. Yep, so you guys can switch sides so you can see. But you guys get to add one thing to each other's lists. Just one.
Well, that's good, because she really wanted to do this one also.
And actually, I don't normally do this, but actually, when you said that, I'm like, oh, that could be fun. So one thing to add to the list. You guys have to agree, though, as a group.
Are we gonna grow the building? Have a town daycare?
All right? All right, so let's talk real quick. So
It doesn't, it's slow.
over here, what did you guys add?
Daycare. It's, what's our next big draw?
Daycare.
That's attainable in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, okay. Yep, so Is that, so is it something where you guys are facilitating more daycare in the community? Okay, daycare. How about for you guys? What's the thing that you added? Okay, all right. Now, same thing as we did before. Go ahead and put them on the back. You get to have 3 for each question.
Wait a second, that says 3 balloons, should we pick 3?
So you're gonna, that's, you're gonna, yeah.
We should be able to highlight, we should be able, the multiplier should work in there somewhere.
Actually, let's put it up over on the doors, if we could, on the doors over there.
What's even in those doors? Is that from the court over there? Oh, there's a kitchen back there that I don't know anything about, so.
We had rooms here that we used to have that like that.
Yep, still 3 on each one.
You could get that until there's nothing left.
What's that?
The younger generation. Alright. Are we gonna have chair races? Is that why you moved on one side?
No, when you are done, come sit over here. We're just gonna chat for a minute, just finish up.
Musical chairs then.
Not quite musical chairs.
Oh, everybody was bummed. He's not getting those chairs.
Helps us. Some of the subsequent questions.
I put you guys by me. So.
So I go back to usually already, state legislatures. Time, they're trying to figure out how to go. Yeah, so they're sitting on $1 billion revenue surplus. And they took 100 million away from daycare centers. They have incredible affordable food for people. It gets people in the workforce.
Well, it's like kind of stuff. You're either accomplishing whatever you need to accomplish, you want to set, or you're just. A way of setting.
So I've been participating in some. You're not allowed to do blah, blah, blah.
seeing a goal without seeing goal is sometimes not moving tech forward.
Absolutely.
And, we're so small. This is really a federal or a world type.
I would argue that. this body is responsible for. So, we'll go ahead, I'll write up some notes. Thank you. I had one, I had one organization where I had. I don't know. I did wind up, you know, that really was more of the conversation that we were having. It was more for the moment, not necessarily. But let's go ahead then and kind of look at.
Tuesday, either June 6th.
I could make.
But you don't have to do that here, you can do that from the.
You used to get Jeff Higgins that would sit here and say, well, and for the taxpayers. Just because of the same thing. Use our website. Put good information there.
Building, we like to have something that's, you know, a couple of comments. Yeah, that is the problem.
So I have actually got a couple ideas. We're going to talk about at the retreat, but I do want to note. So they got that. So I think that part of it is.
You know, not wanting, or just not able to get there, and may have wanted to do the survey, but they didn't. I think we sent it something.
Be the desire. You know, they don't have time to dive. There is, you guys do have 2 to 4 years, depending on the cycle. So. We have now accomplished everything that getting smiles out of these two.
I apologize for that. When they, when, well, no, when, for not smiling, when Beth didn't bring any treats. It's destroyed his day.
I should give you a couple bucks.
Especially when I found out it was her birthday.
The actual day, as somebody said.
Soccer team, she would have to provide treats.
So I believe that since this is a public meeting, we do have to close it out. Oh, yeah, I brought it down. Is that okay? Or do I need to sit up there?
You go up on the ice.
We keep, yeah, we have to go there. We have to go out there to get our stuff.
Oh, I suppose. Okay.
I'll sit back up there.
Thank you, everybody.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I got fun. I did get fun out of you guys.
And the town clerk might get herself some daycare. It's too soon to sit that bench.
All we're gonna have 6,000 square feet left over in the building, so.
I know.
Find space.
We'll stick 'em-
Can't hold them in for 3 more years though, so I gotta.
We'll stick them.
Find
We'll stick them in
space.
that back room. Concrete.
So what I never put on any of the sticky up boards is putting sidewalks at your school, so before your daughter goes to college, and daycare for your son or daughter
Before he goes
they
to
go
kindergarten.
college.
Yeah.
Before they go to college. Daycare before they go to college.
I'm gonna tell him not to go to college. I'm gonna tell him to go into the trades, actually.
There you go, good move.
Okay, we have just concluded our meeting about strategic plan, and we've scheduled our future board session for the strategic retreat that we're going to be doing. So now I'd like to call for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned, and I want to thank Corey Plash for her service to us today to get us through this whole meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.